Hey everybody, in this video we take a look outside a classic Tamiya kit, the 72nd scale F4U-1D Corsair. Followers on my channel will see that I built a lot of 72nd scale the past year. Now I think there's really three reasons for that. Firstly, space. It takes up way less space, and most of us always struggling to find places to put things in space. Secondly, cost. Kits have got so expensive recently. Great Wall Hobbies F14B, that retail price of $180. So looking to save money wherever I can, and 72nd scale is definitely way more affordable. And thirdly, I don't know why, but when I look at my collection, the kits that really I love and cherish are 72nd scale kits. My GR4 Tornado, my Great Wall Hobbies F14, recently my Fine Molds F14 Aggressor one. Those kind of kits in display cases, I just love looking at them. I don't think I'd ever part with them. Whereas my 48 scale ones, they come and go. So I don't know, I just have a thing for 72nd scale, I guess. And while my eyesight is reasonably good and my dexterity, and why not, right? So picked up, I thought, let's do a Warbird. So picked up this guy to see Tamiya's classic kit. I mean, they've several different versions of this, and it's been around, for 20 years now, probably. My kitten's walking across the table. And so I picked this up, and I thought, let's take a look at this. And so here it is, less than $20. I think it's $18.99, $20, something like that. Okay, so let me move this kitten out of the way. No, excuse me. All right, let's open the box. Well, let's look at the box first. So this one is, again, different flavors. This one's the F4U-1D, and it is around here somewhere. Well, there's a couple of markings. For me, I thought with the yellow front, it especially in small 72nd scale, it might really catch the eye. So I'll probably go with this one. A couple of interesting markings. I'm looking for the box number. There it is, 60752. Now they do the same one in 48 scale and also 32nd scale. The 32nd scale one is beautiful. That was my first ever 32nd scale build I built many years ago. Now people always ask about these kits. They're expensive, the 32nd scale ones. I will say, do it. Amazing building experience, enjoy it. The only caveat is, make sure you're at a level where you can put down paint with an airbrush, like a nice coat of paint, because otherwise, if you're just going to hand paint it in thick paint stuff, you're going to ruin it. You're going to ruin your $150. So if you can put a coat of paint down with an airbrush, maybe it's some basic post shading and that kind of stuff, definitely buy the 32nd scale kit. It's an amazing build experience. Nice to have the paint call outs here. I won't be going with AS8, which is a rattle can. I do have the guns equivalent. I like the lacquer paint, and this is 365. Oh, hello. She won't leave us alone right now. So 365, this dark blue is equivalent to the AS8 rattle can. Some reason they don't do it in the jars. Tamiya don't, but that's your match. So open it up, and we're greeted with 1, 2 sprues, and a clear sprue, simples, sheet of decals, tip sheet, and the instructions. So instructions are going to be the usual pull out, and as always we start with the cockpit tub, and I do have a couple upgrades we'll talk about afterwards for this, which are pretty reasonably priced as well. It's a simple 2 sprue 72nd scale Warbird, basically putting 2 fuselage halves together, building the wings, and there is somewhat of an engine detail too, which is kind of nice. Gear, drop tank, canopy, and you got some rockets going on by the looks of it, and you got your 2 markings. You got your VF84 Bunker Hill 1945 February, which is probably what I'll do, and you also have this one's nice too, Okinawa 1945 April, should I say, VMF 312. So you got VF, or you got the Marine version, and that is it. Simple, right? Which is nice. Sometimes you get these complex builds. It's nice to have a little mojo builder. And in this big bag, it's a tiny little decal sheet. And there we go. Not too much to talk about. Just basically your main markings. And this is all from the Marine one, right? All your decals for that. Which that one looked pretty nice too, actually. And we're going to go through these 2 bags of plastic real quick, and then I'll show you some of these upgrades I purchased. All right, so firstly, you get an idea of the size. So probably, I don't know, maybe about 6 inches or so. The wings, one piece. And firstly, typical Tamiya. There's no flash, there's the usual ejection pin mark, just needs a little bit of a quick sand so it doesn't kind of foul or anything. Got your engine detail, and pretty much all you need. Seat, size-wise. But the main thing to point out is the detail. Like, look at these wings. No rivet detail, but really nice panel lines. So that's your first sprue. All right, your second sprue, again, gives you an idea of the size here. We have a little bit going on the front here, but that's the length. Again, no rivets. You can rivet it pretty easily. If you, well, no, I lie. There's rivet detail on the front here, not on the sides. Prop, gear, one piece, makes it easy. And the cowl and other parts there too. Pretty straightforward. So that's your two sprues. And you got your clear parts. Looks like you have maybe you have the two different types of canopy. You have the bird cage and the other version on there by the looks of it. I'm not an expert on Corsair, but there you go. Nothing really out of the bag. So nothing really to talk about there. Definitely a mast set might help because it's so tiny. But that's your canopy. And you do have one polycap, or two polycaps, I'm guessing probably for the prop at the front, the spinner. And that is it. So upgrade-wise, obviously I mentioned the paint I got, which is well, paint's paint. I got two things caught my eye. Firstly, Quinta Studios. I mean, love them, hate them. Great detail. Now, you don't really see much in 72nd scale, but you've got the seatbelt straps, and you've got the 3D instruments. Now, again, you're not going to really see much of this, but the cost, this was $5.99, $6. So for $6, it's worth me having not had to paint and try to hand paint all this in this scale. So again, seatbelts and the instrument panel, like $5.99. That's that set right there. Secondly, I saw this Airy set, which was cheap. I mean, again, about, I think, same price between like 11 or 14. And basically, it's drop the flaps. And you see it has like a nice little bullet hole in one of these too. So basically, it should be pretty straightforward on this one. It's just you're cutting out part of the wing here, the flaps on the wing, and then these slot in, and then you sandwich them two together. So in terms of, you know, resin surgery, this one's not too bad. You're just going to basically cut off, you know, cut off this section here, and this is just going to fit inside. And the good thing about it too is it's an $18, $20 kit. So if you do make a big mess of this one, well, two things. Firstly, Tamiya have loads of spare parts. So if you make a balls of it, reach out to them, you can buy another wing and have them shipped to you. Or just buy another kit for $20. It's not like it's a $150 kit you're hacking away at here. So if you're not a little bit new to this, this might be a good little introduction to resin, you know, surgeries and stuff. And I think it'll add a lot of detail too to this. So just, you know, cutting these areas out, having the flaps drop down, again with the bullet hole and stuff, I thought, you know, for the price, it's actually a pretty good little upgrade. So there we go. That is it. As I move my stuff out of the way, that is Tamiya's F4U-1D Corsair. So there we go. Not a bad little model, right? It's classic Tamiya, beautiful plastic, and two sprues, a nice little mojo build. And for under $20, you can't go wrong. Cheap upgrades. I think the Quinta Studio set was about $5.99, and the drop flaps, the resin drop flaps, are about $11 to $14. But yeah, there you go. So price-wise, you probably get 48 scale one, about the same price. Depends on your space and your size, what you're into. But this is something I'll definitely build probably soon. And if you want to follow along, again, check out my Patreon, my Wednesday build videos. And please hit the subscribe button, help my channel out as we get close to 10,000 subscribers. So thank you all for watching. Appreciate it. And I'll catch you next time. Bye.